Christmas Central 2014 is more or less up, and it has all of the extravagance of years prior, maybe even with a little more. So, again, this is Christmas Central. For those of you who have been following my videos for a while, this is nothing new. For those of you who haven't, well, this is it. It's basically just a glorified Christmas village, but it all takes place in this room, and this is just kind of a cool place to go to, well, celebrate Christmas. So, every year, obviously, my family gathers here, we open gifts, and all that great stuff. And before that, long before that, I set up the tree, and I set up this Christmas village, which seems to grow in size every year. And I add more lights, I add more stuff. I mean, as I mentioned in a previous video, I think I started doing this in 2009, and every year since then I've added at least one or two features, and it just keeps compounding from there. I've actually trimmed it back a little bit. In 2012, I had even more lights. As far as the rope light you see behind me, that was more in this room. I've kind of, as I've added things, I've started expanding them to other rooms. In fact, downstairs now, there's a lot of lights. There didn't used to be any lights downstairs, so the basement is almost like a second Christmas Central, if you will. And the Christmas Village even has so many of these porcelain houses that I've had to put some over here, I've had to put some in other rooms. So again, Christmas continues growing. And I might not be done yet. So again, it's only November 21st, and as I mentioned, I'm going to reveal the logo today. In fact, I already did in the open. This is the Christmas 2014 logo. This is the logo that you guys saw me working on in my first episode of Behind the Logo. If you didn't, feel free to check that out as well. There's just so much to Christmas. I mean, besides the logo, besides all that, as I've said time and time again, and will continue to, Christ is the reason for Christmas. Okay, I've said that in pretty much every video, but just to make it clear, even with all the flashing lights and the music and the gifts and things that I do and things that a lot of people do worldwide, the reason we are celebrating Christmas, the reason we should be celebrating Christmas, is because of the birth of Christ. So, that alone is a joyous occasion, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate it than back here with my family, with everybody, that it's just going to be great. And that's the thing. I know it's going to be great. It's always great. And Christmas Central is just a small part of it. It's a big part of it, but it's just... Wait, did I just say it was a small part of it and then a big part of it? Well, it's a part of it. And, again, I mean, even besides the logo, the ornaments are mainstays. There's new ones every year. They range from elegant to traditional to just downright bizarre. Some of them are Christmas gifts in their own right, so you kind of get a gag out of that. And you know what? Every year that this happens, every year Christmas comes and goes, it just adds more to the history. Besides the ones that actually say Christmas 93, 94. I mean, I can still kind of recall how I got some of these ornaments, how I got some of these lights and some of these other things. It's all part of history. And every year, Christmas is almost like just revisiting an old friend. It's like, I pick up where I left off. I don't know how many of you feel that way, but Christmas is, gone for most of the year. And, I'll be honest, sometimes it's okay to have the break. Summer and fall are pretty nice in their own right. Even the winter. March isn't so great, but again, you take what you get. But Christmas is one of those seasons that is always coming around. It seems like retail stores make it earlier and earlier every year, but even so, that hasn't stopped me. It won't stop me from just enjoying the holiday when it's coming, whenever I decide that is. If I decide to start doing it in September, then I'll do it in September. Some years I wait a little longer, some years I don't wait at all. This year I was pretty quick about getting it all together. As soon as Halloween ended, I pretty much started putting this all up. Because the tree was a big issue this year, I will be honest. Because you might remember, you might not, this couch didn't used to be in this room. This is kind of a small room anyway. Perhaps in another video I'll show you the entire room from a wide shot. This is not a very big room. Okay, this couch is taking up probably a third of this room. Maybe a little less than that. But my point is, and this couch is only in here because of necessity. Because my parents got new couches in the living room, so we brought this couch in here. At first I was like, is everything going to fit in here? But, I just moved this over. This shelving here, and then I put the tree similar to where I usually did. I had to back it up a little bit. This is a bigger tree too. This is from last year, but before that we were using a smaller tree. So this tree is the new and improved huge tree from last year. Love it. Coming back. You might have noticed the star isn't on the top yet. That's because I haven't put out all the ornaments. I put out a good number of them. There's still more to come. There's still more to Christmas Central. There's still more to Christmas. And the first big step to that will be Thanksgiving, which is coming up not too long in the future. So again, just an exciting time. As I mentioned, I was going to reveal my Christmas logo. I have. I hope you really like it. I think it really reflects kind of that old-time Christmas feel that spirit that will always be there. You know, no matter what else is going on, Christmas will always come. Christmas will always be there in some capacity. And that's what my logo's about. That's what this Christmas is going to be about. That's what every Christmas is about, in a sense. So, just about relaxing and having some fun and celebrating Christ and just all those wonderful things in one day. But really, it's more like a month, but I'm getting off on a tangent. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this first look at Christmas Central. We'll be seeing a little more of it in the next month or so, that's for sure. And remember to check out Thanksgiving 2014 when my family goes over Notney's, or we'll see what happens, but something cool will happen, I'm sure. So Thanksgiving 2014 is coming up first, and then we'll get to the other festivities. Once again, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll go from here.